Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you are having a great day. In today's video, I am going to be reciting another one of my Toastmasters speeches. This one I did in a speech contest and won second place with it as well. This one is probably one of my favorites, definitely top two from the other one being the shark speech. So I hope you all enjoy it. And the title of this one is A Star Trek Experience. Stay tuned. A Klingon, a Ferengi, and a few humans walk into a bar. Were you expecting a punchline? Gotcha. Seriously, a Klingon, a Ferengi, and a few humans really did walk into a bar. Before I tell you more about that, let me start at the beginning. It all began with a kid from California who was passionate about science fiction. Yes, that kid was me, and I enjoyed watching Buck Rogers, Battlestar Galactica, and Star Wars. At the age of 10, I grew to love Star Trek, thanks to my cousin. My first job, I made some friends who also liked science fiction. We were always talking about the latest Star Trek episode. I remember one time I dressed up as a Star Trek character for a sci-fi convention. Over the years, I have collected about 100 autographs and photos of my favorite sci-fi actors and actresses. It was a great time to be a Trekkie. It got even better when my friends and I found out that Las Vegas was building something for all the Star Trek fans out there. It was called the Star Trek Experience. We could not wait to go where no fans have gone before. The Star Trek Experience had officially opened. Just outside the entrance, they had props and costumes from the entire Star Trek franchise on display. They even showed a timeline connecting the Star Trek TV series and movies. The adventure was about to commence as people made their way through to what reminded me of a starship's corridor. Some people were dressed up in costumes just for the occasion. The path was leading us to what looked like a Star Trek shuttlecraft. On the outside, the inside resembled a small movie theater. We were going on a virtual ride. We took our seats and buckled in. The ride lasted about 25 minutes. Once it was over, we exited the shuttle and was given directions to the way out. As we stepped outside, we saw a gift shop and an establishment that served food and drinks. The name of the place was called Quark's Bar, which comes from one of the Star Trek TV series. While looking around the gift shop, I purchased this small book called The Ferengi Rules of Acquisition. After spending some money, we decided to check out Quark's Bar. We walked into the bar and was greeted by a Ferengi host. He escorted us to our seats and said someone would be coming by to take our order shortly. While waiting for a server, I looked around, observing all the Star Trek themed items in the bar. There were other humans in the place, laughing, talking, having a great time. While looking through the pages of my book from the gift shop, I saw a Klingon walking into the bar. I watched the Ferengi host directing him to his seat as well. They both walked towards us, and they stopped at the table. The Klingon was standing next to me, glancing at the pages of my book, when he noticed it said something about Klingons. He asked if he can see my book for a moment. I gave it to him, and he read the acquisition out loud. It said, "Never cheat a Klingon, unless you're sure you can get away with it." Whoo! He became furious and ordered me to tell him where I got such a preposterous book. He started yelling, demanding to know what's the meaning of this. Everyone in the room was watching. My face was turning beet red with embarrassment. The Klingon started ranting and raving, causing chaos around the room. The owner of the place, who was also Ferengi, came over to see what the commotion was all about. The Klingon began yelling at the owner as well, insisting on an explanation. The Klingon showed the Ferengi the pages of my book that said something about cheating a Klingon. The owner read what was written and assured the Klingon that it's all just a misunderstanding. To calm the Klingon down, the Ferengi offered him a bottle of blood wine. The Klingon accepted, and they both headed over to the bar to straighten everything out. The Ferengi host apologized, and peace had once again resumed. We finally had an opportunity to enjoy the food and drinks of this great institution. My friends and I agreed that this was a Star Trek experience we would never forget. Thank you. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed listening to that speech. Like I said, it was one of my favorites, and that actually did happen to us. We had a great time in Vegas. That bar, everybody in the bar, those actors were amazing. We had the whole place laughing our heads off. It was hilarious. It was definitely an experience I would never forget, and never will. So I'm glad we had an opportunity to do that. And I hope all of you guys enjoyed it as well. Please hit the like button. Let me know what you guys thought of it, and we'll see. We'll do some more, what have you. So until then, I love you all. Peace.